watched by more people than any other network. ABC.
The Japanese want apologies. We'll send regrets. Coming up.
What was the big news about Pontiac Grand Am at the Cleveland International Auto Show? What's making the best-selling car in its class even more popular? What can still get you into a new Pontiac Grand Am GT today? That's right, just $249 a month, because that's all it takes to drive home the excitement of a new Grand Am GT with just $500 down. Now, how can you afford to pass that up? You can't. Drive the new Grand Am at your Northern Ohio Pontiac dealer today.
News Channel 5 at 11 is brought to you by Ohio Edison.
A spring-like storm barrels through northeast Ohio. Our Don Webster will let us know if we're in for more stormy weather tomorrow.
Deadbeat spouses, as you saw in tonight's movie, it's not always easy getting money from them, but there are places you can turn for help.
And they are modern-day heroes. Several Good Samaritans risked their lives to help save a paralyzed woman from a burning house.
Good evening. A Cleveland man will be thanking his neighbors for a very long time after they pulled his bedridden wife out of their burning home.
As News Channel 5's Joe Paganakis reports, it's a dramatic rescue that has earned 3 Cleveland residents the well-deserved title of hero.
Look here, sweetheart. Thank you. Good girl.
John Winsick is holding on to his wife Marie with a tight hand. You see, Marie is almost totally paralyzed and can't even speak. So when fire trapped Marie inside her West Cleveland home this afternoon, it took heroes like Arsenio Gonzalez to wheel her out of the burning house.
I saw the fire and I stopped. And my friend, we got in the house quick. So we saw the lady and we take it out of the house.
Yet another neighbor, 12-year-old Tanya Kodovets, was the first to see the flames. She quickly dialed 911.
Because I was scared when it started real fast. When I came back out, the windows like almost all popped out, the whole windows.
And Antonio Paccio was also there. He helped carry Mrs. Winsick out of her burning home, smoke surrounding them every step of the way.
I feel great because I saved her life, You know what I mean?
Well, I think you did because she was on a respirator. I think you did save her life.
Now, the fire started on the second floor and quickly spread. The home is a total loss, and Mr. Winsick will have to stay in a hotel until other arrangements can be made. But, he would gladly trade 100 homes like this one right here for the safety of his wife, and he owes it all to his neighbors.
I don't know how much I can thank him. Like I already thanked Arsenio. I don't know what I can do. I don't know what I can offer. I have nothing. Just my wife. All I can do is thank you for being nice enough to stop to help.
The firefighters are still trying to figure out what started the blaze. News Channel 5's Joe Paganakis joins us with more live from our 24-hour newsroom. Joe, it sounds like these neighbors definitely deserve some type of award.
You bet, Lorna, and that's a very good idea. But, Mr. Winsick has already thought of that. In fact, he plans to talk to Cleveland fire officials tomorrow about some sort of special award for the 3 people that you just met. He wants to make sure his neighbors get the recognition they so much deserve. What a great story.
They sure do. All right. Thanks, Joe. Well, a stubborn grocery store fire on Cleveland's east side kept firefighters busy tonight. Authorities say the Buy Right store on East 93rd went up in flames around 8 o'clock. The store was closed at the time. There were no injuries, and there's no word yet on what caused that fire.
Sometimes there's just no accounting. A Cleveland teenager died in his mother's arms last night after being hit in the crossfire of a drug deal gone bad. Police say 17-year-old Rico Lee was riding his bicycle when he was gunned down. Ironically, he was to move this morning to Michigan. His mother wanted to get him away from the ever-growing violence in the streets of Cleveland.
I couldn't help my baby because he was dying and I knew it. I knew it, but I didn't want to admit it. I knew it.
Sandra Lee even had his bus tickets ready for her son's move this morning. Tonight, police have 1 man in custody in connection with the shooting. Cleveland police are going on the offensive finally to make sure gang members and drug dealers get the message to stay out of the city's neighborhoods. In many cases, children who should be in school are finding their way into trouble. These teens are carrying drugs less than a block from school.
Get off your ankles, I see. What's wrong? You broke or something? I don't go to school yet. I go to school in New York.
Well, for our standpoint, it means that we're going to be more active. We're going to be out here arresting these curfew violators, people who are not going to school, people who are selling drugs on the corners, and generally just getting them out of the area.
You too can do something. You can help. You can call the Youth Gang Unit at 623-5540.
Well, the Cleveland schools have made yet another switch in leadership. 67-year-old Richard Boyd was named interim superintendent today. Dr. Boyd has a long list of credentials, including superintendent of the Lakewood schools. Boyd says cuts will have to be made, including closing more than a dozen school buildings.
Nobody ever closes a school building without some turmoil. And I think this Board of Education and myself can just expect that to happen. Having said that, I can take you to almost anywhere in the country where buildings have been closed for a year, and the turmoil has all died away.
Dr. Boyd is expected to be interim superintendent for at least the next year until a permanent replacement is found. Well, a strange development involving the principal recently fired from East Canton High School. During a special meeting today, the school board gave Principal John McIntosh his job back. But before the meeting was over, McIntosh was fired again. The board is now officially saying McIntosh was suspended. The action was apparently taken for legal reasons. Now, this means McIntosh is still out of a job, but he's challenging the action in court.
Just before the news tonight, we aired the program Abandoned and Deceived, the true story of an Ohio woman seeking child support from her deadbeat spouse. Her situation, of course, is not unique. Thousands of families in our area face the same battle. And if you're in one of them, our Catherine Boyd can help. Catherine?
Thanks, Ted. Well, I'm starting off this story with a statistic because basically it just astounds me. In Ohio, deadbeat parents owe over $2.5 billion, that's with a B, in unpaid child support. It's a staggering amount of money. And all of it being kept from innocent victims, the children.
Okay, now draw a circle. Over here, you draw a circle.
Lynn Sestak and her 3-year-old son, Andy, love to spend time together. But lately, Lynn's had to spend a lot more time away from Andy and in court, fighting to collect child support. It seemed like a losing battle until she heard about ACES.
ACES is a very good organization, and they've helped me a lot.
I call us an organization geared to educating custodial parents on how to collect their child support.
As shown in the TV movie Abandoned and Deceived, the road to collecting child support is not always an easy one. It has lots of legal twists and turns. But support groups like ACES provide a roadmap to help custodial parents find their way.
I'm tired of people looking at me and saying, run food stamps, buying this and buying that. But it's like, don't look at me, look at the father.
While ACES helps parents like Lori in many Ohio counties, for Cuyahoga County, the group to contact is called Children's Support Rights.
We felt we needed a self-help group to help women go through the system.
And CSR does that by informing parents of their rights and even going with them to court. Now, if you'd like to learn more, here are the numbers that you can call. In Cuyahoga County, you can call Children's Support Rights at 575-1020. And to contact ACES anywhere in the country, call 1-800-537-7072. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Catherine. Well, still to come, Dick Vagler explains the difference between a regret and an apology. An Alabama bridge turns into miles of mangled metal after a 100-plus car pileup. We'll tell you what's to blame for this mess.
And just a little bit later on tonight, if you're looking for a used car, which one should you steer clear of? And then, immediately following this newscast.
I'm Chris Wallace. Coming up on Nightline, in Japan, a terrorist attack with nerve gas. So easy, so deadly. Could it happen here tonight?
Your TVs, VCR, a radio or two, refrigerator, range, microwave, a couple of lamps, the stereo, washer and dryer, dishwasher, vacuum, dehumidifier. For a few dollars a day, electricity from Ohio Edison just keeps plugging away. Outdoor lights, air conditioner, hair dryer.
We think the new Chevy S-Series ZR2 extended cab is kind of like a good friend. Okay, so it's more like a push to the front of the line, stay out of my way, give me all your lunch money because I'm bigger than you and I always will be, and don't you forget it kind of friend. The new ZR2 extended cab. So, who are we having for lunch?
This is our factory. We make the best vinyl replacement windows money can buy, and we sell them direct to you. Forget the dealer. Forget the middleman. Buy direct from the window factory, and you'll always, always, always get the best price. At the window factory, we make every style, every shape, every day the best price. Call now for a free, no-obligation estimate. Remember, only the factory can sell direct to you, and there's only one window factory.
Country star Vince Gill and the Bean Gourmet on the next Live.
Got more OJ for you right now. The lead investigator in the O.J. Simpson case endured some intense cross-examination earlier today in L.A. Defense attorney Robert Shapiro grilled Detective Philip Van Etter about how he conducted the investigation.